morning, breezy, breezy like Sunday, easy like Sunday, breezy like Sunday morning.
What it is.
It's the UpLIFT Show.
Where it is.
Awesome God Radio.
Who it be.
It's Breezy in the house.
When it is.
It's on right now.
What we do.
We get lifted on the UpLIFT Show. Here we go now.
Easy, breezy, breezy, easy, easy, breezy, easy, breezy.
Oh, I'm back. What is up, everybody? Good evening and welcome to the UpLIFT Show with me, your girl, Easy Breezy, like Sunday morning, and the one and the only Shandaboo, my right hand. How you doing this evening, my baby?
Tired, but good.
Girl, me too. Both of us been sitting up here yawning, but every time I hear that beat coming, I know it's Easy Breezy, like Sunday morning. Don't you start that yawning.
I'm trying not to.
That's all right. That theme song always gets me up and pumping, gets my blood going. I am so thankful, everybody, to be with you for another Thursday in this brand new year. And not only is it a brand new year, but it is a brand new era as we have celebrated our very first real representation in the White House in the form of Kamala Harris, our first woman of color vice president of these here United States, with her Converse and Pearl. So let's give her a whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, that is phenomenal. I know that so many people were just in tears watching her take her oath yesterday. And this is not a slight against Joe Biden. I like Joe Biden just fine, but she my sister. Me and Kamala, we sisters. I didn't know until yesterday, though, until I saw her that she was married to a white man. I didn't know this.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Not that I guess I never really thought of it. Not that it makes any difference, but, she our chocolate drop in the White House, and that's all we need right now. And tell me that Michelle was not looking on point.
As always.
Every hair in place. That suit was absolutely phenomenal. She came out saying, yes, I might not be the first lady of the United States anymore, but I'm still his first lady. And look at me, I am bad. She was bad yesterday. Come on.
Amen.
Amen. And I will have to give it up also for Joe's wife, Jill. That blue suit that she had on was phenomenal as well. She looked beautiful.
I feel like all of them looked good.
But you know who looked the best?
Who?
Trump, because he wasn't there.
So I saw a meme the other day that came up on my Facebook page. It says the 42nd president, Bill Clinton, 43rd president, George Bush, 44th president, Obama, 45th, and then it says error, something went wrong, please try again shortly.
Why your screen went black? What happened?
Because I had to find this picture.
Now we can give Trump credit for one thing. He did make history as well by becoming our very first orange president. So we can give him that, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
So I am so excited. I was saying that every time I hear our theme song, my blood gets pumping, and I'm excited. So I am even more excited because we got a special new version of our theme song that we're going to premiere tonight. And not only are we going to premiere the song tonight, but we're also going to introduce the gentleman who put it together. And I am bringing him in right now. Let us give some love to Mr. Otis. What's that? What you put in the middle there? Witness? Y'all know I
Yes,
can't see. I got to get real close to the screen in order to see. It says Otis witness Brogdon. Are you a witness?
absolutely.
What you a witness
Absolutely.
of, brother?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I'm a witness of the power of God and Christ in my life. And then I'm just a witness to life and everything that it has happened in my life and just sharing that so others can get through this.
You know what? looking at your list of credentials that you sent me, and you prominently said you were a hip hop artist, and I can tell just by looking at you, you got the hip hop head. When you see hip hop artists talking, when they doing an interview or something, they always doing some kind of something with their head, and you got it down. I don't care what nobody say. You got the hip hop head. I know what the hip hop head look like.
Absolutely. It's always some music or something going on. So I can't help it.
That's all right. We don't want you to help it. Do you, boo? Do you? I am so happy to have you here with us this evening. I am going to give you a proper introduction in a moment, but first we're going to take just a tiny little break. I have not really played any music on the UpLIFT Show in quite a while, and I've had several people ask me, when are you going to start playing music again? When are you going to start playing music again? Because people like my taste in music, because I have good taste. Now, so I do have to pull up a couple of things. While I do that, I'm going to let y'all do a little praise walk, a little praise dance. Is that all right?
Cool.
So everybody out there, sit tight, hold on. We will be back in a minute. I want you to enjoy this right here. Everybody just clap. Everybody come on. Everybody drop with us. Everybody just jump. Everybody go. Clap your hands, y'all. Back to Shawty Jesus. Say that I know the truth. I know you can tell it live. I know the truth. But never been telling lies. I know. Here we go. I've been delivered. I've been delivered. From the bottom of my heart. I've been forgiven. I've been forgiven. Nothing more. They call me Ty, filling in for my. Okay, what happened? For my man Tony, taking the break while everybody on their knees praying for him. I'm with Queen Shirley, the one and only. Check it out. She got something like 46 Grammys from the county to Miami. Got the game on lock. 1-2 step with the clown talk, mixed with the church walk. Everybody scream, come on! I know the truth. Yeah, I know the truth. He loved to I took it. Yes, you did. I know. Everybody go. Yes, I have. Talk about me. Talk about me. I've been forgiven. I've been forgiven. He ain't got nothing on me. 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 You ever been telling me that I'm God? Yeah. I know his love. I know the truth. Said I know the truth. I know the truth. You tried to lie. I know the truth. Lie to our children. I know the truth. But I know you lie. I know the truth. And a hypocrite too. I know the truth. And if you don't mind, I know the truth. You try to fool you. I know the truth. You know your reputation. I know it. 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 Clap your hands. I know it. If you know it, I know it. Stomp your feet. I know it. I know it. I say they don't talk about my feet. I know it. 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 He's a liar. I know it. He's a liar. I know it. UGA, the new album Victory in stores around me. Anyway, whoever thought about rap for traditional, so unconventional, and make you say, hey! Shirley Caesar is the show crowd pleaser, but please don't get it twisted, she holiness of hell. Never thought she hooked up with the young boy from Camden, New Jersey, but God is so good, all is well. About me, just as much as you please, but more than gonna sell CDs. Everybody tripping on the track, cause it's all crowd right. But take the church back to the stone, on the devil take you to another level, to the depths and the concert. You tell it like we all to the ground. Clap your hands. I know it. 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 Really do. I know it. With that. I know it. Really you. I know it. With this. Get up. I know it. Get up. I know it.
got nothing on me. Ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing on me. 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 I know you. Oh, honey.
Shirley got bars.
Somebody better tell me that Shirley is not the GOAT, because that is GOAT right there. The greatest of all time, Mama Shirley Caesar, taking it there. She went in with the church walk. When the first time I heard that and she started rapping, I fell out on the bed and screamed my head off. I was staying with my grandmother at the time, and she said, "What are you screaming about in there?" Oh my goodness, I love that song. I never get tired of it. So we are back. Thank you, those of you who are just joining in. Thank you for tuning into the UpLIFT Show on another thankful Thursday. Here I am, your girl, Easy Breezy. I am with my right hand, Shanda Boo, and we have a special guest this evening in the person of Mr. Otis Brogdon, who has come to share his very special brand of witnessing with us. I am always excited to see a young, saved man of God. A young Black man saved is a precious commodity, and we have got to do all that we can to preserve your kind, because there's not too many of you out there. And I am excited to know you. I am blessed to have had the opportunity to meet you and even to begin to work with you, as we are soon to be working together on a new production that is coming to Baltimore, which is for colored girls. For colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough, simply usually just called For Colored Girls, because that's a long title. I don't know what in the world she was thinking putting all that up on the front of that. Ain't nobody gonna read all that. But this is a great production. It's a great play. It's a great book. It's a great movie. Most people have seen the movie. Some people have seen the movie and not seen the play. Some people have seen the play and not seen the movie. They are two very different entities, and we are coming to you in February with the original, with the real the real play, where all the good down and dirty stuff happens. And I am definitely looking forward to it. I'm excited to be playing the lady in purple. And Otis, tell us what you're playing, because this is all women, but we got a couple of gentlemen in the background. Tell me what you're going to be doing, gentlemen.
Man, well, in that one, of course, the guys don't have any lines, so I won't be saying nothing. It ain't hard for me to remember anything, but I will be playing Toussaint Jones. I'll be acting out the scene.
Now, Toussaint Jones is he's a mischievous little creature, but he turns out to be pretty good at it. He's a mischievous little creature, but I am more excited. Well, I won't say more excited, but I am doubly excited because when we met, you told me exactly who you are and what you do. I said, now how can I fit this in to the narrative of the UpLIFT Show? I like your talk. I like the way I like the way that you carry yourself. And I said, okay, I can have this guy on my show, but I need a little something extra from him. And I know he can do it. So now I have had the same theme song for about 2 years now. This month marks our 3rd year on Awesome God Radio. And for about 2 years, we've had the same theme song that I wrote, and my beautiful right hand sang the lyrics to it. And one of our producers at the station helped us put it together. And it's been great. I love it. But it was time for a little refresh.
Hey.
And I was excited that I came across you to give us a little refresh. So I'm going to play it first. Our brand new intro premiering tonight, right now, on January the 21st, 2021 at 8:17 p.m. You are witnessing history, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to be witnessing our brand new theme song here on the UpLIFT Show. So y'all hold on to your hats, because I'm going to play it right now.
understand. Let it greatness in your palms for your prayer. You build something. When freedom rings, I hope you answer. When you get the call, and just to pick up, it's so easy and so breezy like Sunday morning. Let the sun shine in, so open eyes and open ears, cause you know it's
easy like Sunday, breezy, breezy like Sunday, easy like Sunday. Morning, breezy, breezy like Sunday, easy like Sunday, breezy, breezy like Sunday morning.
What it is, what it is.
It's the UpLIFT Show.
Where it is, where it is.
Awesome God Radio.
Who it be, who it be.
It's Breedy in the house.
When it is, when it is.
It's on right now.
What we do, what we do.
We get lifted on the UpLIFT Show. Here we go now.
Easy, breezy, breezy, easy, easy, breezy, easy.
All right now.
Hey.
I actually cut that off show a little bit short, but that's okay because I was looking good, Shannon was looking good, and we were just looking good in them clips, wasn't we? I feel extra sexy now.
Oh my gosh.
It's not that difficult to make me feel extra sexy. Now, so you took what was a perfectly good intro, a great theme, a great song, something to get people up and moving and excited for the UpLIFT Show, and you turned it around and turned it into something which just had a little more freshness, had a little more hip-hopedness, had just a little bit extra to make it just that much better. And I want to personally thank you so much for taking us to the next level. I feel like we're really ready to go into 2021 now here on the UpLIFT Show. So thank you very much for doing that for us.
More than welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Now you are the
Good,
founder, owner, CEO, HNIC of New Perspective.
It is. Hold on, I'm not trying to get beat up by my partner. Actually, my big brother, Broderick Brown, both of us are in it together for the New Perspective Entertainment. We're both in it together. We have a vision for Baltimore, and as a whole, we're looking for talented artists, writers, producers. As we speak at this moment, you can reach out to me at any point in time.
Okay. Well, since you said that right now while I'm thinking about it, tell me how people can get in contact with you. I'm going to put it in the comment section for anyone to see.
Well, they can reach out to me on my Facebook at Otis Brogdon. It'll be a picture of me with like a red hat. So that's the one. Or they can reach out to me on Instagram at the letter I, Witness, WITNESS 410.
You know I can't type that fast.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
At a time, Brie.
Oh, shush up. I'll put it on there. I'll text me what your Instagram is, and I'm going to put it in the comment section after we finish.
No problem.
Okay. So you said that New Perspective Entertainment has a vision for Baltimore. Yes. Tell us about your vision. Why should we keep our eyes on you?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I look good on the camera. That's one reason. But a big reason to keep your eyes on us is that what we want to bring consciousness back into hip hop. We want to bring a message back into rap in itself. And then also with R&B, we want to bring back that love element that has been lost over time. And then also we're homegrown too.
All right. We have let's see, who is this? Oh, you got some blessings, some good blessings from Bernice Matthews. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all know, everybody know it take me a while to get to the comments because a lot of times I forget to look and see what people are doing. And then when I do see it, I got to get real close to it. So thank you for tuning in, Bernice. Thank you so much for Miss Kelly Powell is on with us. And of course, one of the reasons that we have met Miss Sierra Allen, who is a sweetheart. Thank you so much, Sierra, for tuning in. Now, Otis, you have right above your head one of the best unsigned and undiscovered vocalists in the city of Baltimore in the form of our own Shanda Boo right here on Awesome Guy Radio on the UpLIFT Show. Now, see, she might be shaking her head a little bit like this right now, but she knows she got them pipes. She can blow. And I have said this so many times, and I'm going to say it again. The last time we had the lady herself, Miss Vicki Winans, on the show, I told Vicki, and one of my favorite songs to hear Vicki do is More Than Enough. And I said, Miss Vicki, every now and again, our pastor gets it in her head for More Than Enough, and she calls Shanda up to sing that song. And I made Shanda sing that song. Vicki came in and started singing background for Shanda. When you got Vicki Winans, Grammy Award winner, Stellar Award winner, Double Award winner, all around bad chica, when you got her singing background for you, you know you got something special. So y'all need to have like a little side conference or something. You need to have a little caucus between the two of y'all, because together y'all can go places. I'm telling you. And I want to be the one that said, ha, I did it. I put 2 and 2 together and came up with 126. I have no idea where those numbers just came
126.
I don't know.
Look, Miss Shanda, the invitation is definitely there. Would love to hear your voice and love to work with you. I've heard a lot from Breezy about you, so it would be great. It'd be an honor.
Sure.
Y'all heard her say sure. You heard her say sure. So that means she's going to work with us. Cool.
You have
So
any questions, Shanda?
Yes.
What?
What'd you say?
said,
I just heard my name.
Do you have any questions, comments, issues? Speak now, forever
Not
hold your
at-
peace.
Not at the moment. Pretty open to whatever.
Okay. We gonna get back to that in a minute. So
I just be in the background chilling.
I know, but you get ready to be in the front ground. So now that is you and what you've said, Otis, as your vision for New Perspective Entertainment is wonderful. It's wonderful to have a vision, but how do you plan to bring that vision into fruition?
So one thing was we set the plan in motion with my first project. It initially was going to be an EP of 7 tracks, but I ended up hitting 24, 26 songs recorded. That will be actually coming out within the next 2 weeks. So we're going to be introducing that feel and that realism and also that consciousness and substance back out there slowly but surely. And also in different other avenues, far as whether it be acting, modeling, and a clothing line. Shameless plug real quick that I started 410, to get that message out there, to let people know, like, look, hey, it's something else. And no, four as in 410, 410, Baltimore's, come on. How you gonna say, oh yeah, the same man? Then I'm saying, hey,
you nut.
So look, hey, everybody.
Oh goodness.
When they say that
Oh
number,
my.
they talk about. Oh no, I think that's 420.
That's 420. Oh God! Now you got everybody
that's
thinking
420.
I don't even know what it means. All I know is that it has something to do with weed. I don't know. Okay,
This is why you have us in your life.
So it is not about marijuana, y'all. The clothing line is about the city. Oh Lord, come on now.
Okay. Now, you said you're looking for models. You have a show that's coming up or something that you need models for?
Oh no, I didn't say I was looking for models. I said, that's something I also do as well. So it's just different ways to get out there and interact with people and then bring them into it. So, whether it be plays, because Broderick also does theater as well. So
okay.
We
for a minute you was trying to look for some models. I was gonna get my shirt on that
I need you. No, we're not the see-through thing, but I need you though, definitely.
Yeah, but I saw this woman that she had on this like mesh top and standing under the waterfall and the water was coming down on her and her hair was floating in the background and stuff. I could do that.
Where we gonna find a waterfall though in Baltimore though? And I don't want you near the harbor because that water, you don't want to touch that water. So, but I'm gonna get you a shirt in Miss Shonda Boo as well. If I could get you one, that'd be great.
Excellent. Now you told me you started a YouTube channel, and that's called The Culture Insight. Tell us about that. That sounds exciting.
So The Culture Insight, it is a hip hop news station that I am affiliated with, that I do the voice work for. So I'm the voice of that channel.
So you like the James Earl Jones of CNN?
I was trying to go a little bit for Morgan Freeman, but I can take James Earl.
Morgan Freeman is good, but James Earl Jones was first.
Okay, I'm gonna go with James then, since you're strongly recommending him.
Okay, so what kind of programming do you have on there?
Well, it's a hip hop news station. That's primarily what it is. I just actually signed on to be with them. I've done about 3 or 4 projects with them so far in regards to that. And wait, I do have. I'm sorry, there is something I do now with like the mother of my former church that I used to go to. We do something on Facebook Live. We do like a small little like relationship talk show that we are now doing weekly.
It's relationship advice?
It is. That's where we're at right now. The theme is on relationship advice. We've done 2 episodes of that, and we have another one coming Tuesday at 7.
Okay, so here's my question. If you're giving relationship advice, can you all also provide a relationship? Because I need to go out somewhere. I'm bored. I need somebody to go out with. I want to go to the movies. So can you provide me a relationship?
At this moment, we haven't gotten into the business of being Christian Mingle Part 2, but what we can do is give some advice on how to weed them out so you can find a good one.
Well, I would say that I have tried Christian Mingle, and I found on there a whole bunch of people that wasn't Christians. It was a lot of scams that I came across. People who was in Nigeria and they was stuck and they needed money for their sick daughter and all this kind of whatnot to get out.
I didn't want to be a stereotype and say, I know somebody said, I'm going to send you 1,000. You mail me back 10,000 and we're fine. Nah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I've gotten all that stuff. And see, I have fun with it. I know when they're scamping. And so I string them along. I keep talking to them and asking a bunch of questions and I let them call me and everything. Oh, I have great time. And everything they say, I go, oh, really? That's interesting. Until they get to the point where they just know that they got me hooked. They know they got me. And then I call them out and I have to behind off. I know Shandy gets a whole lot. Shanda, I know you get a whole lot.
I get them things all the time.
In the inbox.
Yeah.
My beautiful queen. So
annoying.
That's not me. My beautiful queen.
Hello, I saw queen. You. I saw you in your African garments. Are you African? No.
People ask me all the time. And see, I'm going to represent for the fluffy girls for a minute. See, us fluffy girls, we are the ones that get preyed on a lot by scam artists because they feel we have low self-esteem or that we're desperate or all this stuff. So they think we just going to fall for any old thing. Well, I got news for you. Fluffy women is in. We were out for a while, but we in right now.
I mean, I've always been a fluffy woman lover, so it was never a trend for me. It's just what it's been from the jump. They just catching on.
Thank you. Bring all these people up to speed. We are where it's at. We nice and cozy and comfy and warm and everything, and we can cook you a good meal.
All y'all can't cook, but I can say you definitely have comfy, warm and cozy. But the cooking part.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of the younger ones, fluffy or non-fluffy, they don't cook like they used to. Everything is takeout or microwave. But I'm still an old-fashioned girl. I'm gonna cook you some serious food. I'm gonna make you some down home meals. The last person I cooked for, he was so excited that he asked for leftovers to take to his work the next day. When he got to work, people were asking him what he was slurping on so much. I made short ribs and sauteed vegetables and something else that I can't remember right now. And oh yeah, I do it up. I do it up when I cook. I cook.
So,
That's
Shonda, I think
I thought
that's
I
a
said.
that's an invite to her house Sunday. We there. I'm
Oh, yeah.
definitely there for the food. We there.
For
All
sure.
you have to do is say when. I love to cook for people. And because I live alone, I really don't cook because it's just me. But when I have people who's coming over, I know I got somebody to cook for. Oh, I do it up. I get excited to cook. So all you got to do is say when, and I will hook it up.
I'm gonna hold you
How
to that
about
too.
tomorrow?
No, I'm not gonna be able to make it tomorrow. We gotta do, let's do like a Sunday. I would love that. And I'm not picky either. Oh my goodness. We can
His
do that.
order already. Ain't even said no.
You
What it's gonna be.
you ain't lying. My stomach started rumbling and I ate. I'm just excited. Food? What?
Okay. Well, we're gonna work that out. We're gonna work that out real soon. Hopefully the world will, open back up again in the next few months.
Mhm.
As I do plan on having some things regarding the UpLIFT show, some celebrations and everything, but we just gotta wait for the world to open back up. It's been a tough, what is it, going on, 10 months now? Something like that?
Yeah, yeah, we almost hitting that year.
Yeah, because it started in
We
March.
really are.
So yeah. Man, what a difference a year makes. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go down that depressing route. Let's talk about something else that's uplifting, because I hear somebody told me, and the cat over here who is now bothering me, she said she heard too that you are filming a movie.
Yes, I am a part of the wonderful director, Miss Selena Pope. She has a movie called He Said He Wouldn't Do It Again. We start filming for that, I believe, within like the next 2 months or so, and I was casted as Mr. Wise. So I'm excited. This will be my first short film that I'll be a part of. Now, I've done something before. I'm in a YouTube series that's going to be coming out called Commandments of a Female Hustler. That was my, getting my chops and getting my nose wet and my foot in the game with the acting world.
So I guess you're not really allowed to talk too much about it, huh?
I mean, yeah, I can talk a little about it. I just can't give a whole ton of details. I'll just say this: I know for sure, and I don't want her to beat me up. The author of the book, and this is about the YouTube series, the author of the book of Commandments of a Female Hustler, Miss Stacy Fenner Blackwell. Awesome. It is a Baltimore-based show. It is full of drama. It has I love it as a great backstory. It isn't just a bunch of just all this kind of stuff just running all around. I don't really want to get too deep into it and give it away. Far as he said he wouldn't do it again, which is directed by Miss Selena Pope once again. And that one, it tackles domestic violence.
Oh, now that's a hot topic. That is a hot topic. I could say a whole lot about that.
I said I could speak on it too.
Will somebody beat you up?
I've witnessed it.
So in this representation of domestic violence, are you the one who's perpetrating, or you just happen to be in the movie?
I'm in the movie. I will not be perpetrating it in this movie.
Okay. I put together a kind of a short film type thing a couple of years ago, and I had to try to find somebody to portray an abuser, and it was so hard for me to find a man that was comfortable beating up on a woman, even if it was fake. I had such a hard time trying to find somebody, and as a matter of fact, I never did. I never found anybody to take that part. But now that I know I got somebody over there, there's an actor, good looking, willing to beat up.
Hey,
now I know.
Wow, we got to put in there. I'm willing to act in the movie. that Miss Breezy has put in place and do a good job.
I wrote a novel, well, a novella really, several years ago, and it's called Meanwhile on the Other Side of Town. And I've been working with a director and a few other people trying to get this made as a film. And this story is actually 4 different stories all wrapped up into one. Each story is connected by one particular person. And so it's told in a way where it goes from first person to third person narrative. Because there's one person that is the glue that holds everything together. She's kind of dealing with everybody's drama. None of it is really hers, but she's got all these people in her life that got this drama going on, and it all comes down to her. There's always some drama on the other side of town. So I'm still working on that, and I'm gonna keep you in mind because I really am looking to cast kind of like a teaser trailer type thing.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna keep you in mind with that.
Thank you.
Now tell us again about the t-shirt line that you got.
So with the 410, it is something that I've been messing around in my head with different ideas for. One of the things is I just want to represent my city, and I want to represent my city in a positive light. So when it comes to the shirts, they're symbolic of something. Like the one that I have now, and I'm a hoodie lover, so it's a hoodie. It's like a heart, but you see music and stitches mending it together. And in the corner, I don't know if you can see it because it's blocked out on mine. It says "I witness music," and it's just symbolizing how, you know, what my music is supposed to do and what the purpose of it is.
Now, do you do any freestyle?
I'm working on it. I do a little something.
I'm not gonna put you on the spot with freestyle, but is this something you want to bless us with right quick?
Sure, absolutely. It's a little something that I could do. Please don't beat me up. Just give me 1 second.
Got you. Take your time. Take your time. Woo, you know, that's how they say in the church when somebody take it too long. Take your time, baby. Take your time.
Yeah, and then they be forever. Forever.
Old mom with the old mama hand.
Questions, darling?
I'm sleepy.
Oh God, I didn't bored her, but I mean I do have something. Hopefully this wakes her up a little bit.
No,
So-
you didn't bore me. It's been a busy, crazy day.
Got you. All right, so I do have something. I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so go.
Sure. Spit your rhyme.
Wake up, it's time to get out the bed. Brilliant, the dominant shines, the rise of the sun. You think about stars, I'm talking about God and the sun. Does Jesus believe and got me on a run, a race, a marathon? I'll be striding, serving the light of the world, forever be lit. My lantern is trim. The devil not catching me slipping, my foot in is good. 10 toes down, you know now who holds crown. The king of all kings, Jesus the name, the land that was slain. That's church talk. They really want that. They say that the Bible been idle all of this time. You think it's invalid, you lacking the knowledge. The fault ain't on you. Us Christians been slacking. I'm guilty for that. Never self-righteous, only just fighting to try and enlighten the soul, sharing the vision that God has envisioned to break up division. It's time to be moving your team. It seems you love the routine, the outcome the same. You hoping to change, but that is insane. Love him or hate him, he is the greatest, forever will stay it. Won't complicate it, but the life that you live in, I know is a blessing and stressing and testing. Hard to digest them, the real and the fake, popping off top while sealing your fate. Kin to the drama, but hard to relate. God wants us all in a family of faith, but none won't trust the power of Christ, the better the life. Used to the struggle and tussle and fight. That's what I got.
Go ahead with your best.
But now, everybody who knows me knows that I'm all about traditional gospel. I don't do a whole lot of contemporary stuff. And when it comes to like Christian hip hop, I really don't pay it that much attention. But that was bad right there. That was bad. You
Hey,
really
Yeah, that was really
put
good.
some knowledge in on that. That was excellent.
Yeah.
And that's
You go.
If I could, that was one big thing, like, because I didn't grow up in the church, and I didn't want, when it came to getting into the whole rapping and going into that realm of Christian rap and inspiration as a whole, I didn't want to sound corny, because like people I hear them try to sound like everyone that's popular now and then blend it. What I always wanted to do is make it authentic. So even if you weren't a Christian, when you hear it, it touches something. And you have to acknowledge, even if I'm not a Christian, I know that that comes from a real place. So that was one of my biggest things, was that I did not want to come out trying to just be corny or just like, oh, I didn't want that.
Well, that was excellent. I understand what you say by that. I mean, I definitely am on the same path with you. One of my problems that I have with a lot of contemporary or Christian hip hop or whatever is you really can't tell the difference between them and, you know, the other people out there.
Yes.
There's no distinction. There's no distinguishing factors. It's the same thing. And it tells, sometimes if I'm listening to, you know, the radio, I could be listening to a gospel station or something, and I have to look and make sure that this is really, I was like, maybe I put on the wrong station because it sounds just like everybody else and everything else. We are peculiar people. We are set apart. And if we are set apart, then we can't look, sound, and act and dress like everybody else, because then that's not us being set apart.
Right. I think one thing for me with that was being different and deciding to be that peculiar person and embracing that. I always worried if what I did would be accepted, because, you know, sometimes the church world may shun it because it sounds different, but then you got people who are not in the church world will shun it because it's not what they're used to, because I'm not the one talking about smoking or grabbing this lady or selling drugs and different things of that nature. Though I do talk about real life, it is not for the faint of heart. It's not something where it's all happy-go-lucky, sunshine and rainbows. It is something, again, what I've witnessed. And then also it calls people to really think about themselves as well as myself.
Right. The first person that you have to speak to is yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you're preaching to everybody else, but you're not following what you're preaching, then you're doing something wrong. You got to preach to yourself first. So that is definitely an excellent point that you've made right there. I get very sick and tired of Christians who act like they've never been through nothing. Who you know, pretend that they've never been tempted, that they've never smoked and they never drank and they never slept with somebody outside of marriage, and you know, everything is, I am sweet and I am holy and I am a child of God and shabba dabba 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 do. Like, sit down, because there's only one person that was born in swaddling clothes, and it wasn't you. Go somewhere and sit down.
There we go.
So,
yeah.
You know, if I'm an alcoholic, I don't want to go to somebody who's never touched a drop in order to help me come out of my alcoholness.
Yes.
You know, if you have not experienced anything, then you can't help me go through my experience. Now, that doesn't mean that, you know, if somebody comes to me who's a drug addict, that doesn't mean I can't help them, but I don't know the exact struggle because I've never been on drugs before.
Right.
But I'm not going to pretend like I am, you know, have never been addicted to anything. I'm not going to pretend like I'm so high and mighty. I'm not going to do that. But unfortunately, a lot of people do.
Right.
You make it accessible. You know, that's what I feel like you're making this accessible to all people.
Right. And that's my whole you know, approach to it, honestly, because I haven't gone through everything. But one thing I do realize is that we all have feelings. And even though we may not have the same exact experience, we all go through sadness, we all go through hurt, we all go through joy, we all go through pain, we all go through those things. And that's what I kind of tap into when it comes down to it, in order to relate to people, and never forgetting where I come from, what I battle, what I've had to battle, and different things of that nature. Because at the end of the day, it helps no one for me to pretend like I ain't never been through nothing or that I'm above anyone else.
That's right.
Exactly.
Shannon, do you like a Christian hip hop and all the nice contemporary stuff?
Some of it, not a whole. It's not really a lot that I've heard that really catches my ear, because to me a lot of it sounds the same.
I'm having problems with my screen. I hope y'all can still see me. I'm getting these weird pop-ups that are coming up on the screen. Anyway, so what do you think, Otis and Chanda, actually, what do you think about secular artists who all of a sudden start singing gospel music or doing gospel rap?
So for me, I look at it like, I'm sorry.
Go
Say it
ahead.
again, honey. Ladies first.
I said it kind of makes me wonder, like, why? What made you?
Why?
You were singing about, yeah, like you were singing about shaking your booty in the club and doing all of this and doing all that, and then singing about God later.
So it make you
It
suspicious.
just, it just kind of like a little bit.
Okay.
So for me, I look at it. It's kind of a twofold thing. I could always try to figure out what's their intent and purpose of it, but at the end of the day, I can't judge the heart of whatever. I do believe in redemption because I'm somebody that's been redeemed. So, is it possible for someone to have been an alcoholic a year ago, not be an alcoholic, saved and sanctified, loving God? Very true. Is it possible for someone who may have been a secular artist talking about gangbanging to be a saved individual and change over their life? It's very true that they can do that. I look at what are they saying? Like, even if I'll say this, and I look at it like this way: if Elias said that Jesus Christ is Lord to me, he told the truth. So I always look at the message that they're putting behind it. Now, if they're like, "Oh, I love Jesus," and then the next moment all you're seeing is these wild parties with naked ladies, then that puts a contradiction to what you're really trying to preach or what you're really trying to share. That's a whole different thing in a personal aspect of things. But other than that, just on a musical sense, if your message is tight and your message is not contradictory, then I can keep it there. But then, far as your life, that's between you and Christ and different things, because you can look at people like R. Kelly, who has made some of the most beautiful gospel songs people singing and may not even know that he wrote it. But then also at the same time, he has his own personal demons. So, I let God sort out the parts he needs to sort out.
So you basically eat the fish and spit out the bones.
Absolutely.
I definitely agree with that. I have an issue with someone who's singing one thing and their lifestyle is something else.
Yes.
That to me
Yeah,
is it's just
that's another thing
hypocrisy.
too.
I am not. I'm very. I'm. It's very hard to please me with music anyway because I love music so much and I don't impress easily. And especially when it comes to gospel music, because if I don't feel some anointing, then I'm not really interested in what you're saying. I've seen so many people who are looking at gospel now as it's just a show.
Yeah.
It's just another business.
Is a check.
I can make some money. Let me go out here, and I won't call any names, but there's one gospel artist that I saw years ago on, I think it was the Stellar Awards or something. And he was so busy jumping around on the stage trying to be Michael Jackson and Prince, taking his hat and throwing it off and jumping off the stage and doing a split and all this stuff. I said, what is you doing? There was no anointing in what he was doing. He was just jumping around like a monkey. I said, no. Where is the anointing in this?
Right.
If I don't feel your anointing, I'm not feeling you. I'm sorry. And I'm glad that you have a relationship with the Lord. I'm glad and all that, but I can't listen to it because it doesn't do anything for me.
Got
And
it.
that there are some artists who basically they'll just take secular music and put a couple of Jesuses on it and change it all around and try to make it seem like a gospel song. I'm like, I just heard that song last week on 92Q. That ain't no gospel song.
I didn't want to be that guy. I did not want to be him.
My closet baby daddy is Maxwell. You like Maxwell?
I do love Maxwell.
Good.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I need you to find him for me. He looking for me. He out there looking for me. But anyway,
Oh God.
he has a song called Ascension, Don't Ever Wonder, and it's one of my favorite songs by him. And I heard a couple of years ago there was some gospel group had turned it around and tried to make it into a gospel song, and it said, "Shouldn't I realize he's the highest of the high?" And I'm like, and I heard it. And first, I thought somebody had remade his song until I heard something. I looked at the station I was listening. I said, "Wait a minute, this is Praise 104. How did this song get on Praise 104?" Then I realized that they had taken his song, which is about his love for a woman, and tried to turn it around and put, and put a little Jesus in it and make it into something it's not. I was so done. I was like,
Hey,
I'm so true, y'all people. If you don't go
Certain
somewhere,
songs just need to be left alone.
thank you.
Certain songs just need to be left alone.
so
Don't touch
so I
it.
mean, I can't like remix Uncle Luke.
I said
That was that
certain
can.
songs,
I
not
can't
all
remix
songs.
Tootsie. I can't remix Tootsie Roll. No, I'm joking. Like, but no, I get it. That's how I feel because it's embedded. Like, it's just once you hear it immediately, it's just this, and that's the first thing that you think of whenever you hear it. So that's it's so many things that I was conscious about when doing music, and I say even when it's like little things, I want to make sure that when you hear me on anything, you hear what I'm talking about. Not that you go, oh my goodness, this is my favorite such and such song, and you ignore everything that's being said.
Yes,
Right.
you're if the music, the message has to mean something. If
Mm-hmm.
you can listen to something and it not touch you or change you in any kind of way, then you just wasted 5 or 6 minutes of your life. I see a lot of contemporary music sometimes, and guys will be, blasting the Kirk Franklin or Ty Tribbett or whatever, and they go, "Oh man, this is my song." But then the next things that they listen to, they're going right back to the club music they was listening to, right back to the hip hop or whatever that they were listening to, and
Right.
but then you say, "Oh, that's my song," but this song itself obviously doesn't mean anything to you.
Well,
It change you. So I just
I think
it's a
that that's a little. I think it's a little touch and go because with all of us is always a process of sanctification and loving God, and no one really knows exactly where someone is in their walk or different things of that nature. That person could have came from not listening to no gospel music, and this is the one that they have, or different things. So with certain things like that, I just go, hopefully you continue to move forward. Hopefully you continue to grow in Christ and he continues to share his light further and further on you. That's kind of how I approach that, especially with, being, again, I didn't really come to God until I was in my 20s. So all I really knew initially was everything else. And it had to begin a process of, you know, making my way towards, oh, okay, this is my song. And then what came on next might have been Yolanda Adams. And then after Yolanda Adams was Kirk Franklin, where before it was no Yolanda, it had been DMX, Eminem, Jay-Z, and then, I know
Mm-hmm.
Stomp by Kirk Franklin. And that's it. So,
I get you. I feel you on that. It's just I personally have moved past.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a quote unquote seasoned Christian now, so I've moved past a lot of that. I don't have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to start somewhere, but
Yes,
eventually something has to change you.
this is true.
Something has to change you eventually. Now, apparently, we are talking too much because Sierra says that you need to be talking about the album.
Hey, I knew it. So shameless plug. Make them listen. The album, it is done. All I'm doing is putting together the 12 songs that are going to be on the album. It will be out within 2 weeks. In regards to everything. Also, my beautiful manager and sister Sierra. For any work, you can reach out to her. Her email address is Sierra SIARRA85@gmail.com. To for any projects and things and stuff like that to work on. Would love it. But yes, the album, make them listen. All the songs are done. Now we're just condensing it from 24 to 26 tracks down to about 10 or 12.
Now, are
Yeah.
you featured on
Arona
all the
Carroll had
tracks?
asked if he had a song.
If
Miss
I
Arona is
So
the
Arona
actual
Carroll asked if he had any songs or videos.
yeah, she is the director of For Color Girls. She's the big boss. She's the boss lady.
I love my mama. Yes. So I am working on videos now since I have all the songs put in place. And once condensing that, going into my first two, I do have the 2 songs that I want to do video for that I know for sure are going to be on the album. I'll be speaking with my partner, Broderick Brown, in regards to getting all that taken care of.
Now tell us really quickly about this Broderick Brown. You've said his name a few times. Is he
Yes.
sexy?
Wow. I don't look at men that way. That's not my thing. So I couldn't say that. I can say he's a strong black man and also one that loves God. But I don't think he would approve of me saying if he's, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna call another grown man delicious. You got it.
Sometimes I just come out with stuff. Don't
No, you're fine.
Shanda's
You
used
have
to
no
me. That's why
filter.
she just shake her head, just like, oh, she doesn't.
Hey, I love
I've
it.
known you too long.
Yes, very long. I used to teach her in Sunday school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've been.
Are you trying to escape? Are you trying to escape, Shanda? Because I can help you escape from her.
Say that out loud.
All right, cool. There we go.
That you can run nor hide from.
No,
I tell
but it's
people
like I always find like my heart always goes back to her.
I always have like a fungal infection.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
you know, you can temporarily get rid of me, but you know, when you got an infection, it's just down there. It's always gonna come back. And darn if it don't feel good to scratch sometimes.
Wow. Wow. Okay. That's new.
All
When I
bacteria
call my
is not bad bacteria. Some of it is good bacteria, you know.
not a fungal infection though. I mean, you could have said penicillin or something.
Because if you get
Yikes.
penicillin, it kills everything. I don't kill nothing. I bring things to life.
There we go. Okay.
You will never have a boring
You
day.
bring love.
Hang around breezy.
Oh, love.
They think I'm
No,
special.
that's a definite.
But you're never bored around me, are you?
I've never been bored around you.
See? Okay. Otis, we have come to the end of our time. Hold up. How's the song? You young. I was about to say something. Both of y'all probably never even seen the Carol Burnett show, have you?
Hmm?
Oh, jeez.
Not at all.
See,
Sorry.
it's people like you that make me feel like such an old lady sometimes. They used to, the Carol Burnett show, they used to have a special song that they sang at the end. I'm so glad we had this time together just to laugh or sing a song. And I can't even do it because y'all looking at me like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I ain't going to do it now. But
We're not stopping you.
Yes, no one is judging. Go ahead.
I don't even want to no more.
Do you, boo?
Last time, I want you to tell everybody how they can get a hold of you, social media, which projects you got coming up, and then you're going to stick around for a second while we take a trip to Dumb Twitterverse, and I'll tell you what that is in just a minute. But tell everybody how they can reach you.
Awesome. First, you can reach me through my manager, Miss Sierra Allen. Again, her email address is Sierra, SIARRA 85 at gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram at iWitness. That's the letter I, Witness 410. You can reach me on Facebook under Otis Brogdon. Again, it's going to be the one with me holding a red hat. And on Twitter, you can also reach me at iWitness 410 as well.
Okay, awesome. And tell us the name of the album again.
The name of the album is called Make 'Em Listen. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. I'm going to make them listen. That's kind of the premise of it. You'll love it. It's a lot. It's uplifting. You'll definitely be motivated to be better. And also as an expression of my love for the city as well.
Now, where is that going to be made available?
Looking into that now, due to some things with like not being able to clear certain samples. So I'm most likely going to be selling that on like PayPal and establishing a website. So again, within 2 weeks, that will be up and all that information will be on my social media sites.
Okay, awesome. So are you ready to take a trip to Dumb Twitterverse, Otis?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Dumb Twitterverse is a place somewhere out there over the rainbows that dumb people go to tweet out dumb things. And I just will sit sometimes and just go through Twitter and look at all the dumb things that people post and wonder how they even made it. How do you even tie your shoes being so dumb? I don't understand the dumbness of some people, and they all seem to congregate on Twitter. So therefore, we started this. We have a little section here called Tales from Dumb Twitterverse, but we just pick a couple of dumb tweets to talk about, just to make people look more dumb than they already did. It amuses
I'm scared to even listen.
I love it.
Now, this is actually our station manager, AJ. This is his favorite section of the show. So I cannot close the show without doing a little Tales from Dumb Twitterverse just for Big Brother AJ. Now, this one, I found this absolutely hilarious. This girl, now her screen name is Jesus is my boyfriend. That's her screen name. And her tweet says, I love Brazilians. They be speaking porch of geese. And I be like, Daddy quack quack. So apparently in Brazil, they speak porch of geese. So, there's just a lot of birds out, in front of the house or something, because that's what they speak in Brazil is porch of geese. And I be like, Daddy quack quack. What
Just sitting on this. I love it. Portuguese.
What does that even mean? Porch of geese? And why would you say quack? Geese don't quack. Geese honk.
I love it.
Bobby.
Classic.
Yeah.
And Jesus is her boyfriend, right?
Jesus is her boyfriend. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love it.
The last one. Now, this one I found in celebration of the inauguration on yesterday, because some of the dumbest tweets come from political people. Now, this person I actually blocked out this person's name because it was a little well known, so I'm not going to say it. But this dumb person says, I'm just saying the Pledge of Allegiance says to the republic for which it stands. It does not say to the Democrat in which it stands. So therefore, that is enough said. So apparently, I learned the Pledge of Allegiance all wrong when I was in school. It says to the Republicans for which it stands. Now, so either I learned it wrong or I'm with the wrong party, because it does not say to the Democrats for which it stands. So obviously there's some miscommunication somewhere.
I need them taking American government class again. That's what I need them to do.
I wonder, how did you graduate? And if you did, what school did you go to so I can make sure not to send my children there?
I love it though. That's hilarious.
For the rest of my life, anytime I hear the Pledge of Allegiance, that's what I'm going to think. And anytime somebody says something about Brazil, I'm going to think of the porch of geese.
Yes, quack quack. Quack quack.
So now that's how you get all the women, by going out and speaking porch of geese.
These people on here are quacks.
Wow. The Portuguese, I love that one. That's going to be my favorite. I'm using that from now on.
Go ahead with your bad self.
Hey.
So, as it is that time for us to say goodbye for one more week, be sure to join us next week when we have another very special guest by the name of Dr. Crystal Francis, and I'll tell you definitely more about her on next week. But we always close out with giving you an uplifting thought of the week. And our thought this week comes from the Victorian era poet Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And she says, very simply, light tomorrow with today. Light tomorrow with today. What that says to me is this. Often we lose sight of how important today can be. And if things have gotten tough for you, it may be because you didn't properly use your yesterdays, and now you're dealing with the consequences. So instead of rueing that you have done more in the past, use the opportunity that you have today to make a better tomorrow. It is so hard to wrap your head around the idea that your future will be better because of what you're doing right now, today, and that you're living the sum of all your previous todays. But once you do, the sky is the limit. You can make your tomorrow by what you do today. And I want to say one more time, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Thank you to our very special guest, Mr. Otis Brogdon. This is your first time, but it will not be
Yes.
your last time. We're gonna get you on.
Hey, thank you, ladies.
You're
When you
welcome.
blow up, just remember just remember where you got your start. Just remember where you got your start.
Absolutely.
Right here on the show. And of course, as we say every single week, we want you to get love, get peace, get wisdom, get understanding, and above all, get lifted. Thank you
Lifted.
so much, and I will see you on next week. Let me. Uh oh. There we go.